Hey, what's going on, everybody? Sean here of the Detroit Diz, and it's another glorious day here in the D. It's March the 19th, 2026. So, before we get started, we have a call to action, as always. That's right. We're trying to reach our short-term YouTube goal, subscriber goal of 1,000 subscribers, and you could help us get there by just simply mashing that subscribe button. We appreciate all of our subscribers, each and every single one of you, and we appreciate you, and we're grateful for you, and we're glad that you're following us in our YouTube journey. I want to say that usually we make a video almost every day on our day to work, but it hasn't happened for quite a few days now, and I'm sorry about that. Had some things going on in my head. We had a tragic event that I'm not going to go into locally here, but we had to basically kind of take a mental stress break. So now we're back to normal for the most part. Before we, so it's a great day here in the D, and it's approximately about 37 degrees. It'll be 50 today. Woohoo! It's going to be 60 this weekend. I cannot wait, to go to the zoo this weekend and take more schmanimal photos. It's going to be really fun. I like going to the zoo. We were donors to the Detroit Zoo, and I like going there and taking photos and watching families have great times and whatnot. It's a great place. I grew up right across the street from the zoo in Detroit. It's not in Detroit proper. It's in another. It's not too far from the border of Detroit, and it's a great place. Anyhow, so Disney has been pretty busy as of lately. It's March the 19th, and yesterday, Josh D'Amaro took over as CEO. So I guess yesterday was his first day, today is his second day. I don't know how many executive orders that he put in place for Disney Corporation. I don't know, I'm just joking around. But, yeah. We'll have to see underneath the new leadership of Josh where we're going here, We'll have to see what kind of perks comes back, or what kind of pricing that we have in the future, and all that other, great stuff in the Disney U-verse, in the Disneyverse. Yeah. So, I wanted to say that there's been some interesting news articles that have come out in the last week. But the one I wanted to talk to you today about might actually affect you if you're like a creator or a vlogger or somebody else like that. Because some of the stuff on this list that I have in my hands here is kind of things that have been, maybe they've been on the list, but not really a lot of news about them. And occasionally maybe the Disney food blog talks about them, because they talk about, planning, and going to the parks and giving you great information. But for the most part, there's a couple of new things too that you need to know. So some of the rules have changed about what you can and cannot bring to Disney World, believe it or not. And one of those items is about professional audio gear. Now, let me tell you about this story that I have of my own locally here. So I went with my Nikon Z30, and I had it in a case, and I had a microphone and all that other stuff. And I went somewhere to film, and they told me that I couldn't film because it looked like I was professionally filming, even though we weren't really. So when you have a DSLR, I don't want to call it a DSLR, let's not do that, a mirrorless camera, which actually also looks like a DSLR, all right, but when you have a mirrorless camera and you have a boom shotgun mic and you have a cage and all that other stuff, right? Or if you don't even have a cage but you have the boom microphone, people start noticing. It's noticeable. One of the things a while ago, when JoJo from JoJo's World went over to, Singapore, and then he went to Japan, there was a lot of people who didn't have cameras, but they had DJI Osmo Pocket 3s. And a lot of creators in the United States have gone to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I have one. The reason being is, if you're not going to be doing, zooming in or making a bunch of, using incredible lenses on great cameras, right? The DJI Pocket 3 is all that you really need to make a vlog. It's better than your phone. It has a gimbal, so you don't have to have a built-in gimbal. So you don't have to have a gimbal for your iPhone. You only need a gimbal for your iPhone. And I thought about this. When do I need a gimbal for my iPhone? Well, that would be when I would be going live from the parks. If I was there, going live from the parks. But you don't really need all of that equipment if you're just recording. So you just need this little small portable DJI Pocket 3. And it doesn't bring much attention to anybody, to be honest. So then I thought about this for a long time. Why do I want this shotgun mic of audio that I have to point at myself? Because it was really hard. If you notice, Tim Tracker has one of these microphones that have, and so does, at one point in time, when Dev, he had a dual microphone too, where it had a microphone on both ends, and it was one microphone. And I had bought one because I said, that's great. You can talk into it also while you're capturing the sound from the front. It's a great microphone. But all in all, it's still a shotgun microphone. And I have found that these little small, microphones like we have, these lapel microphones, do a wonderful bang-up job. Yeah. So, what are they looking for? Well, they don't want you to have shotgun mics. They do not want... Hey, buddy. They do not want you to have the mics that are... the shotgun mics. Or any exchangeable lenses that are past 135 millimeters in length. And that means even extended, right? And so that means... your lens can't be more than about 6 inches or something like that, 5.6 inches or something, some amount like that. So those are some things that you got to think about when you're going to Disney next year. They have not banned regular gimbals for your smartphones. They have not done that. And yeah, so the other things that they talked about was like extension poles. We already knew about that. That was extension poles, like a big giant selfie stick, or oversized wagons. They remember that they were talking about having, they don't want you to take this ginormous wagon and have it with you. How are you going to get a wagon anyways on most of the rides, or where are you going to store it at? That's really important to know. What are you going to do with the wagons? The wagons. Anyways. Where are you going to store them at? That is a good question. You know what I'm saying? That's like almost the question of the day. So, another thing is glass containers. You don't need anything glass. Keep it all plastic. I don't know who would take a glass bottle. They break. They break in your bag. They break, they don't want glass in the parks breaking all over the place. And plastic is great. I know there's a lot of people that don't like plastic. And I understand and I get it. And that's why we have BPA-free plastic. I don't even know if that's even a thing. BPA-free plastic stuff. I don't know. This guy behind me, that's kind of weird. Anyways, so they got that. Then they got, let's see here. I got, loose ice. Take an ice pack. I don't know why they want you to keep your loose ice. They want you to use reusable ice packs. They got glass containers. And strollers. Don't remember the stroller or deal with the ginormous strollers. Just those, remember those things that got banned previously. They're still on the ban list. They haven't came off the ban list. They're still there. Just remember not to bring them. And the only things that are added are these, super duper professional audio equipment that are shotgun mics. I don't know. They don't have a length of shotgun mic. Look, do not bring your friend who's going to have the boom stick with the boom microphone on it. That's not an idea that you should be doing. Oh man, this traffic is very loud. So anyhow, let's just don't get banned by bringing the things, or they'll make you go home. Don't try to hide it. That's probably even worse than having it found in your bag. Because if it's found in your bag, they'd probably just send you home or tell you to get rid of it and come back. I don't think they'll send you home. They'll just say, you can't come in. That was a recent news story that, that everybody's been talking about. It's not the end of blogging. It's not the end of vlogging. It's not the end of live streaming. I don't think that anybody who's live streaming is using some type of personal, boom mics or something like that. I don't think that's a thing that I know of that anybody is using when they're vlogging. Because having most people are using their cell phones, of course. I mean, that's the only way to go live and stream. And you have to have that's why manufacturers of cellular phones are really putting the best cameras and the best audio stuff that they can into their phones to make it something that you can use instead of a camera. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for showing up. I think that if you've managed to stay here while I was, in my absence and watching videos and, having patience, we really appreciate that, staying with us. I mean, that's what the Detroit Diz family is all about. And we really appreciate everybody's devotion here. And so we're at 782 subscribers. We're trying to get our short-term goal is 800 subscribers, but our goal is to make 1,000 subscribers overall completely for now. So just tell your friends to go subscribe to the channel. Subscribe yourself. I know a lot of people they watch here and they don't subscribe, but if you don't mind taking the time out and just doing it. Okay, talk to you guys later and have a great one. I forgot I had this on my thing. So anyways, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.